Sup, bro?
What's up, bro?
And welcome everybody to the show. Welcome to Películas with the Bros. My name is Adrian.
My name is Ivan.
And Películas with the Bros is a show where me and my brother Ivan discuss a movie. Every week we discuss a new movie. Ivan, what's the movie of the week?
Fool's Paradise, directed by Charlie Day.
I like that voice, like the
Oh, curve in there.
like a radio guy.
Yeah.
No, like 1950s. Coming to you by
Charlie Day.
and starring.
Glenn Howerton.
This is horrible. Anyways, before we get into that, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Películas with the Bros is a show supported by you, the viewers. If you hit that subscribe button, we get $1 in Bitcoin every day. Believe it or not, that is true. So hit that subscribe button. Also, we're a podcast. We're on any podcast platform. If you like to listen to two brothers discuss movies, look us up, Películas with the Bros, on your favorite podcast platform. I don't need to tell you this every time, but just do it, please. And we'll greatly appreciate that. Ivan, are you ready to dig deep and find out if you have the courage, the muster, the skill to become a true actor in the world of Hollywood?
Mm-hmm.
Then this is the right movie for you. Ivan, the movie is Fool's Paradise. But before we get into Fool's Paradise, last scene impressions on the movie we discussed last week, which is Guardians of the Galaxy.
Great. Marvel's dead.
For me, yes, same thing. But it made lots of money. Is this good or bad for Disney?
Doesn't matter.
Oh, this is getting nihilistic.
For Disney.
I'll say it's good.
I mean, the good news is that they made money. That's it. Bad news is that there's not going to be another one, and they're probably not going to make movies as good as this.
Rebuttal.
Go.
Enter my rebuttal ticket.
Rebute me. Por favor.
I'm going to put some butane in your rebute. Yes, that hurts. This movie is going to become a catalyst for Disney to realize we just need to make good movies.
I hope so.
Rebuttal, end.
Okay.
Ivan, let's talk about this movie, Fool's Paradise, the movie of this week. Written and directed by Charlie Day. The premise of this movie, a down on his luck publicist discovers a former mental health patient who looks just like a misbehaving movie star. He soon becomes an unlikely celebrity when he gets thrown into the bright lights and behind the scenes bustle of Hollywood. Ivan, with the cast of Charlie Day as Latte Pronto, Ken Jeong as Lenny, Ray Liotta as the producer, Kate Beckinsale as Christiana Dior, get it? Adrian Brody as Chad Lux, Common as the Dagger, Jason Sudeikis as Lex Tanner, Eddie Falco as the Fool's Agent. Ivan, this movie is the first movie ever directed by Charlie Day.
Mm-hmm.
Will it be his last?
No.
Good answer. I like that. But we'll talk about why and when and all that. Anyway, this is his first movie.
Yeah.
So props to him, right? He's making his first movie. Obviously, he's a star from...
Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah. He's the star of that show, and he's co-writer, co-producer, co-everything. Also, he is co-creator and co-whatever of Mythic Quest. Have you ever watched that show?
Heard of it.
Heard it's good.
Yeah, me too.
Kind of want to watch it. Not really. I don't have time. I'm a dad. Get it? What's your relationship to Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Great show.
Did you watch all of the seasons?
I think I probably have.
Wow.
But I watched 5 and then never watch it, and then another 5 come out, sort of thing.
What is going to be the lasting legacy of Always Sunny in Philadelphia? If any.
I think it proves you can be funny forever if you're willing to let it grow up, like the show itself. Because I think Simpsons is that was proof where you can be funny forever.
Okay.
But I think Always Sunny is still funny. Maybe its best is behind it. I don't know.
Right.
Maybe there's more ahead of it, but it's still funny.
And Charlie Day, what's his role?
Funny guy.
Funny guy.
Funny
in that movie.
guy. Yeah.
In that show, he's like,
He's like the crazy guy.
gotcha.
He's good.
Is it an 8 or a 9?
The show?
Yeah.
I say as is.
Taken as is, packaged up, ready to deliver. What is it?
8.5.
8.5.
8.5.
Ivan, no.
Sorry.
Here on Billy Goes with the Bros, we like to look at how the sausage was made. So, Fool's Paradise. Let's look at how this movie was made. Production started in late 2018, which is 5 years ago.
Wow.
The movie started as with the working title of El Tonto.
Much better.
And reshoots happened late 2021 because our boy Guillermo del Toro watched it and said, do better.
Imagine how bad that one was.
Ivan.
Oh my God.
Ivan. Save your scorching hot takes for when I ask for it.
You just let out the beast, Adrian.
And then they renamed the movie to Fool's Paradise. Ivan, let's just get right into it. Fool's Paradise. What were you expecting?
A modern comedy with stylings of old-timey historic comedy.
I actually like that idea.
But
Wait.
oh,
I was thinking maybe we get like an artsy comedy film.
okay.
Um,
But oh, sorry.
no, I'll put a but there. But I didn't really know what the hell I was getting into. Right?
Sure.
You too, or?
I don't know. I thought it would be from the trailer.
Oh,
Maybe-
careful there, buddy. You
From the
almost
trailer,
let the
it looked-
cat out of the bag.
When watching the trailer, it looks good. How about that?
Watching the movie.
Doesn't look good.
Ivan, what'd you think about Fool's Paradise?
Practicing. It's not bad.
What?
Yes.
I don't even know how to take that.
It's not bad.
It isn't.
It's not bad.
Whoa. It's changing now.
It's not bad. Like Venom or something.
I didn't like this movie, Ivan.
No. Me neither.
While watching it, it gave me feelings of Mel Brooks films.
Poopy.
Yeah, like the bad Mel Brooks films.
Yeah.
Where like something was just completely missing. And the more the movie went on and the less likely I was realizing that I was gonna laugh, I was like, no, there has to be something here. Like he's gonna do like some subversion.
Yeah.
And I kind of felt like I was missing something too.
Yeah.
Like there's something I'm missing here.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah.
Were you surprised that this movie kind of just fell flat everywhere?
Yeah.
Because I think last week you said you thought it was gonna be good.
I think I said it was going to be a 4.
Yeah.
I just like
4 out of 5, by the way.
surprising how much somebody can miss.
Oh,
How wrong somebody can be.
you hear that, Charlie Day?
How
Ivan
wrong.
hates you.
How wrong a whole cast and crew can be.
Piss poor.
That's not bad.
Oh, okay. No, for reals.
It's tough. It's what do you want me to say?
All the things. I know what you're thinking. I know exactly what you're thinking.
Because I don't think it's fair to ever be like that was. I mean, that was bad, but
that was bad. Sure.
it's just insane to me when you said Guillermo saw the first one, said do better, and then this came out like.
Well, to be fair, I don't think he said do better, but I think he's like, you can do this and this and this.
I have a feeling the first one was good, and then Guillermo's a hack. That's
That's
the
nice
theory.
Yeah, I like
That's
that.
the theory right there.
I like that. I like that.
But
Yes.
standalone, not thinking about all that weirdness. I don't know. It's crazy how much it misses. Not like it doesn't even make sense. Like he's part of Always Sunny.
Right.
He been in the industry. Like I've seen, like he had a movie closet of like his favorite movies, and I mean I don't think I've seen as many movies as him. But how can you watch this and be like, this is right?
Yes.
Like, is it just nobody saw it? Nobody saw it?
Oh, he's going off. He's going off, guys.
That's it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's what I was thinking too, because after watching it, I'm like, okay, how much does he put into Always Sunny? How much does he put into Mythic Quest? Because those shows are known for being good comedic shows.
Yeah.
Is he just like a name and he doesn't do much?
But I think he does put a lot in Always Sunny because I see interviews and he's like, I'm always arguing with the other people in the show. And they're arguing with him. Like everyone argues with each other.
Right.
'Cause it's a writer's room. But it's so weird to get from there to there. And it's not even close to how good it should be.
Yeah. So, and that's sort of what it led me down to. Like, he does contribute a lot to those shows. And is what is missing just another voice in the room? Because he's the sole writer for this film. And as far as his process of writing and directing, I'm not sure how much people contributed to it, but is he just missing another partner in crime to make this film laughable, at least? Did you laugh at any point in this film?
Like an accusation you just... Did you laugh at any point?
I did at one point.
You didn't?
I did.
What?
When he fell off the roof and onto the car.
But like other guys did it like way better.
Oh, yeah. No, I just laughed at how like stupid he was and he fell. I'm like, oh, that's slapstick. I laugh. It's like that reptilian brain of mine just laughing.
Maybe that part, I guess. But I was more mad the whole time. Like, you got to break through the anger first to get to the funny.
So it also makes me think, like, is writing comedy for films that much more difficult? Where, like, you can't find the joke, you can't find the bit. Because they try a bunch of different bits, whether it's Jason Sudeikis, rich director.
It feels old.
Yeah, like, everything kind of felt weird. Also, like, I do like his, and I wish the movie actually did this a little bit more. Just like the injection of old timiness. Like when you said that, like you thought it was gonna be
modern,
it has old stylings. There was a part in the movie where it basically became like a silent film where he has like a cup of water and a mug.
Oh yeah,
a pitcher.
Yeah.
And he's doing like a bit where like the mug is bouncing and it doesn't break, but the cup breaks. I'm like, oh, he's kind of inspired by like silent films with this film.
Yeah.
But it doesn't like go that way. Like he could totally be like a silent film star in the talking world, but he doesn't try it that way. And then he also tries like that whole Lenny character, the publicist.
Oh yeah. Annoying.
Jesus Christ. Like irritating.
Correct.
Ken Jeong is like, honestly, I've hated him for a while now. Just like I feel like he's gimmicky.
Yeah.
And this just did not help at all.
Yeah. I don't know. There's like too many. Like where do you want me to hit him?
Yeah.
Like how many? I see like a million vulnerabilities. Where do you want me to strike?
Right.
Liver. Sound direction.
Would you consider this movie a satire on Hollywood?
I was watching. I was like, this is like the 50th movie about making movies I've seen in the past 2 years. Like Jesus Christ.
On a cracker.
Christ on a cracker. This is not a graham cracker of a movie.
I want to rewatch that movie now. Amsterdam.
Amsterdam.
Yeah, when that scene when they were doing the uh there's a scene in the movie where they're shooting a movie
Yes.
and they're like redoing the scene every time because they keep messing
Yeah.
up, and it brought me like a freaking flashback to watching Babylon in theaters and how good that scene was
Oh yeah.
with Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, Chazelle is pretty good, man.
Yeah. Too bad he made a movie about making movies too.
Yeah.
Is one fault.
But
Huh.
there's things in this movie. There's the satire. There's like the satire of like not needing to be talented to make it in the industry, which is his main character, right? Like he has literally no talent, but people love him. The horrible actor that does something unique and people think it's amazing with the fourth wall aspect and breaking fourth wall. Like, oh, it's so innovative. The method acting that killed the lead actor. The wife who leaves you for your friend. 3 adopted kids, but they all have their own nanny.
It's almost like scary movie, like that genre of parody where it's like a million references, but like if you watch that movie now, it's like what were they even like? What? Why is Michael Jackson here?
Right.
Something.
Right.
And I think this is the same. Where I kind of get the references, like like Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt with their adopted kids.
Yep.
That's it.
Johnny Depp with the weird drunken actor.
Yes.
Sure, yes, but they all play a little too bland, right?
Yeah. The only part where I was like, okay, there's something else is when John Malkovich at the end, when they're like in the oil refinery or something, that whole conversation, I was like, where'd this come from? This should have been like all throughout the movie and it would have been like good or at least serviceable.
Yeah, I mean, even that for me was kind of like...
I think it was out of tone, but I think it was good.
Yeah, I'll take that. I mean, John is just a beast, so
yeah,
whenever he does that crazy man, it works. There's like a moment in the movie where I thought I was watching like an extreme, like almost like a horror comedy.
Mm-hmm.
It's when Lante Pronto goes to like the late night show.
Oh,
and they're laughing at everything he's doing, and they're laughing hysterically like. And I thought I was watching like a Bizarro World version of Charlie Day is trying to do, like a Bizarro World version of Hollywood.
You should have done that, like just exaggerate everything.
Yes.
Like, a million adopted kids.
Right.
Like really just have Johnny Depp be in the movie. Be that person or whatever. Do stuff like that.
It's just so bland, man.
Yeah.
Like I'm still amazed of how he didn't make me laugh or anyone in theater laugh.
The only two. So in my theater, there's 3 people. One bigger guy, he was in the middle.
Yeah.
I was in the front, and then 2 ladies, or I don't know, probably my age, around my age, in the backpack.
Uh-huh.
The 2, they would like talk the whole time. I didn't hear them, but I could hear like in the pauses where like they were conversating.
Yeah.
And the bigger dude in between is like, "Can you not talk during the dialogue?"
Oh.
Like, so it's gonna be like this, huh? This is what I'm gonna have to go through for 2 hours.
This movie.
And then that guy left in like half an hour later, like midway through the movie. Like, okay, we're good now.
Yeah, thankfully this movie was like an hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah, but that last half hour, I was like,
yeah,
come on, payoff or something.
Yes. Ultimately, they did not have the juice to make a movie. He could have made... There's something here, but he just didn't hit.
Yes.
At all, which is crazy. Also made me think, is it really hard to make something good? Like, even if it were just you and me, could we make a movie better than this?
You know we could. Come on, H.
Plumbers.
I always feel like it's just the script is what kills it, like 99% of the time.
Yeah.
Because I think now everything's kind of like figured out in terms of like cinematography. Like, a good shot's supposed to be here. You can ask anyone probably in the room, and they'll say like, "Yeah, that looks good." Like it doesn't take much, but I think the real hard part is making it modern or even futuristic or
Right.
like relevant. I guess is the biggest thing, and it takes somebody who like don't.
I'm a mic
takes
toucher.
it takes somebody.
Takes a village.
Takes a village, but a person, or just another writer. Like I don't know. I would have to see his process, or
What do you think went wrong? Like,
I just think he had this idea, like where I said like, oh, a modern take on old timey comedy, and it sounds interesting,
yes.
but like with Mel Brooks, we saw how much comedy ages.
Oof.
And he was like the best at the time. So to do this, you would have to really know exactly what the point is. And there's like no point to this. And even at the end, like the twist is that he talks with that is like, what does this have to do with anything?
Yeah.
Like, okay, he can talk, but like, he's not even good, and he's not good. He's still like dead. Kind of
The Lenny publicist character was like so emphasized too.
yeah, and he's like a toxic friend. Like he's not like he's gonna change. Like realistically, he's just gonna do the same thing over again. If it was like a real world thing.
Yeah. The thing that I do like about this film is that like he made it. Like you get one horrible movie out of the way.
Sure.
And also credit for like I'm sure he's pretty rich now, right?
Yeah.
Like that's good money from Always Sunny.
Has to be.
So
Come on.
he tried it, you know?
I guess.
Maybe his next film's like, okay, now I know where I royally fucked up.
Yeah, but it's like I get learning from your mistakes, but like how can you make such a beautiful mistake? Like how do you get so wrong so many times in one movie? Like
So
usually you could see like redeeming factors, and like the only thing I see from this is like that he put himself out there and made it.
Yeah.
But it has nothing to do with like the movie at all.
He had Adrian Brody in this.
That's yeah. But even I don't know. Shut up.
As just like my last point, I saw the general ratings for this on Google, like 2 days before a day before I chose that we're gonna do this film. I was like, oh, it's like at 80%. I think this movie's gonna be good. And then I checked back after watching it. I'm like, it can't be 80% still. It was like at a 10%. And I was like, oh, I think I picked the wrong film. We should have watched. Did you watch Blackberry?
No.
We should have watched
Is
Blackberry.
that in theaters or is that?
I think it was hard to find. It's in theaters, but it's hard to find.
Okay. Is that Apple? Oh, it can't be Apple, huh?
No, it's Blackberry.
No, I mean.
I know.
Okay.
Evan, let's rate this movie out of 5.
Fool's Gold.
No. Okay, yeah, I like that.
Let me finish.
Okay.
Jesus. Give it 3 out of respect.
Don't give me your out of respect stuff.
2.9.
Out of 5 Fool's Gold, I give it a 2.5 Fool's Gold. Matching Black Adam, I think. Not as bad as Jurassic World Dominion. Ivan, in a couple days, Fast X is going to come out. And I have no will to watch that. So we have a wild card this week coming up. And we'll decide offline what that will be. There's a movie called Sanctuary coming out that I heard is good, but I don't know if it'll be out in theaters.
Yeah.
If not, we can prep for another movie. I think next week is Little Mermaid. Are we Little Mermaid stans?
No.
Okay, well, we'll figure it out offline.
Okay.
Unless you know of a movie coming out.
I don't know.
Okay. Ivan, it's time for a section called
Things and Such.
From the creators of Rogue One.
Yeah.
Have you seen this?
No.
Comes a movie called The Creator.
Oh yeah, I have seen this with John
David.
Washington.
Directed by Gareth Edwards, the director of Rogue One. Ivan, this movie looks pretty good.
Relax,
Really?
Adrian.
Have you heard some stuff?
No, but just relax.
It looks really good. The story reminds me of Akira.
Sure.
Just thought I should mention that movie. Didn't know if you watched the trailer. Guess you did it. It's all fine. We're all friends here, aren't we? Ivan, Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom.
Hey-ya!
Good one.
You playing?
Nah.
Come on, Adrian.
You?
Yes, I'm playing.
Oh my God. So give me a little synopsis of Zelda: Tears of the
You want a little synopsis on this?
Yeah, like very.
I need
little.
at least an hour for the introductory words.
Come on, Ivan. Give it to the general public.
Great question, by the way. Well, synopsis and like story or like what's the
Oh no. Give me like
hook?
yeah.
Just very open exploration that rewards being curious
Uh-huh.
with like the ability to with a near limitless playground of how to get to point A, how to get from point A to point B, or kill an enemy from alive to dead.
Kill an enemy from alive to dead?
I mean, you could either like slap them with a stick or make a machine that like destroys them, or like it's up to you, like your
Right.
imagination. It's that type of game.
What would you like if you have 3 games to mix up to create this game? What 3 games would you use?
Zelda, just generally.
Breath of the Wild, obviously.
Yeah, that's like the bones of it. That I would say Banjo-Kazooie, nuts and bolts.
Ah.
Fortnite a little bit. A bit of that sort of like franticness.
Yeah. That's 3.
I guess, yeah.
Better than is Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom better than Breath of the Wild?
I
Don't
mean,
say it's different.
it's different. Actually, look at my face. It's different, Adrian.
Oh God, I've never seen that face in my existence of being a human being.
Well, first off, it's different.
Oh,
I wasn't like head over heels in love with Breath of the Wild. I got kind of bored with it.
yeah, as did a lot of people.
I kind of played it a little wrong. Like because you could
remember.
rush to the end, like first 5 minutes.
And you did.
Not first 5 minutes, but sooner than I did, and I beat it because it's like a kid's game, so it's not like it's actually that difficult.
Right.
But when I beat it, I was like, I already won.
Yes.
What else do you want from me, world?
Your boy's out.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
peace, that
Out.
sort of vibes. Now I'm kind of like I'll do the main quest, but if it's on the way, like on the way to the main quest, I'll that looks cool. I'll do that, and then let myself.
You're actually having fun now.
I'm a little kid in my little kid playground having a little fun.
That's cute.
That's me.
Oh. Well, you're cute.
Thanks. What else?
Best Zelda of all time? What's your favorite Zelda of all time? Are you Link in the past?
You know what? If I could be real for a moment with
You know what? Please do. The floor is yours.
floor is mine, audience, brother. If I could be real for one
You're like Greg right now.
I don't know if I've ever beat like a Zelda all the way through.
This is too real.
Too real
Be real.
or too me?
Go.
I'm trying to think of the games I played. Breath of the Wild, I guess that counts, but I didn't feel like I beat it because I was just like, oh, I guess I won. Like, I always liked Twilight Princess the most, just like the aesthetic of it and the vibes. Just the vibes, you know?
Vibes boy. Is this better? Is this like one of the best games of all time,
Mm,
or just you? Do you love this game?
uh,
Here, like when you get home, you kiss it. That's not how you kiss it.
oh, my bad. Let me do it my way, damn it. Best game of all time?
Sure.
Nah.
Okay. I said, is it one of the best?
I think, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It's like I'm pulling you in all directions here, huh?
Like
I think yes, but also like I'm just learning everything's everything's preference, you know?
yes.
So it doesn't make sense for anyone to be like, well, this is better than Minecraft. This is like you get what you're getting whatever you want out of whatever game you play.
Right.
But I think it's up there because it's so. I'm like thinking about like what makes a game so great,
Mm-hmm.
and but I want it to be like universal. Like I don't want it to just be my preference.
Right.
I would think a game is like super good if it allows you to have like that playground, like a near limitless or limitless playground, but also gives you a good hard direction of which way to go if you want that. And I think that's why like Skyrim is so like anthologized, I guess, is what you would call it at this point. Why this game's so famous, why Minecraft's so big.
Grand Theft Auto.
Grand Theft Auto, just open world. You can do whatever, but you could also do specific things.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's pretty universal. Like, I don't think any game would lose anything from having that besides like Tetris, because that's like, it's one thing. But maybe like a genius could figure out like an open world Tetris, which doesn't even make sense. But yeah.
So open world is one of the keys. Open world with constant, almost like not affirmation, but like reminding you of like this is your path.
Yeah. Like, yeah, just open world with an option to not be open if you wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Like you still feel like there's a way forward without feeling like, oh, I have to really learn how to get from point A to point B.
Right.
And I think a lot of like Dark Souls, that's what I don't like about it is like there's really not much information. You either have to like play and lose and figure out how to get there by like failures or look it up and then do it that way. But I'd rather just play the game like casually and not want to just die because I'm losing so hard, you know?
Yeah.
But I also see like that's someone's preference, I guess.
Yeah, that is a preference.
But I'm more like I want universal things, not
Yes.
because that Dark Souls guy, he can play this, he'll probably like destroy it, but he can also really push himself with other aspects of the game that he won't be that good at
Yes.
and learn that. So it's like it's scalable, I guess is another way.
Grade it out of 5.
4.75. 4.75.
Not a 5? What's a 5 for you?
Minecraft.
Nice.
Minecraft.
Minecraft. Ivan, what have you been watching?
I watched The Bear.
Not even the same thing.
In any way.
The Bear.
The Bear.
Out of 5
Bears.
hamburgers, how many hamburgers is it?
It's not burgers. They don't make burgers.
Out of 5.
They make food. Delicious food.
Don't do the thesis of the film. I
Okay.
mean, of the show here on the pod.
I give it like 4.5 or 4.25.
So, not touching Breaking Bad? And don't go.
It's different.
We're just talking about like sheer quality now.
I think. Well, first off, it's different.
You sneaked it in.
What was the question? Let me.
Breaking Bad. Is it better? Yes or no?
No. But Breaking Bad has 6 seasons in the finale. This has 1 season and was renewed. And the second season is going to have the star from Better Call Saul.
Odin.
Yes. He's going to be like the enemy in season 2.
Give me the vibe of the show. Like, pitch it to me.
You get to see. It's a
It's a real look in the restaurant industry.
relax. It's that, but also the people who make it up and what their mentalities are, and like the characters are all people. It's not like, yeah, chef. Well, there is a lot of that, but it's not like they're not just all workers at a restaurant. They're all people trying to like either be better chefs or just trying to make money, and they realize, oh, I can actually be good at this and that sort of thing.
Do the characters feel real?
Yeah, but like I've never encountered people like this because it's like, I think Philadelphia or something, and it's like that weird like
What do you want from me?
stuff like that. Yeah, where they have a completely different personality type than I'm used to.
Okay.
So maybe they're not real, but to me, I'm like, sure. Like their actions are believable at least.
Okay.
But if maybe their character, what's
Arc.
that? Characters.
Caricatures?
They could be that. I don't know. I don't know the people.
Should I watch it?
Yes.
Is it better than Barry?
I think it's more instantly engaging than Barry.
Is Barry more innovative?
Yes.
Oh.
You're first.
All right. You're happy with yours? You finished 1 season?
It's just one out. Yeah.
Happy?
Yeah.
Like it?
Good stuff.
What else have you watched?
I haven't watched. I feel like
Have you heard of there's a show called Succession? Gotta. He's so mad.
Dang.
Ivan.
Pretty good episode, eh?
Pretty good.
Wasabi.
Wasabi. Hint of lemon. Just a hint.
I don't know. Like, this show's insane. Like,
it's crazy.
yes.
You know,
No.
mimicking him when Madsen's on the phone. He's like, "This is crazy."
Is it when the president wins?
Yeah, basically.
Yes. Which, I mean, I don't know.
I mean, we don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know what we don't know.
We don't know.
Let's just call it.
We don't know.
Greg, first of all, is like
A demon.
hidden all the switches. He's a true demon. He's a true villain of this show.
Shiv's so dumb. Like, I don't know. Like, it's funny because her dad or Logan said, like, earlier in the series, like, you're not smart enough for this.
Yeah.
And at the time we're like, oh, he's just saying that. But Logan's he's like honest, but you just don't believe him until like, oh, he was right.
Mm-hmm.
But he's still like obviously a horrible person.
True.
It's just crazy. Like, everything that happens, I'm not surprised besides like the wasabi thing. Like, those parts always get me. Because like they keep throwing in those like random super funny moments that don't make any sense where I'm like, what am I watching right now?
Yeah, that was kind of crazy.
That's so good.
Shiv and Tom. Shiv finally reveals that she's pregnant.
And he's like,
What is this, a play?
crazy.
That's gonna hurt him. Kendall and Shiv. So the scene when Kendall realizes Shiv is a backstabber, that was one of my favorite scenes of the whole series so far.
I was kind of expecting Greg to like not say anything because I was like,
he's scared.
yeah, like it'll be pretty boring. Like, I was hoping he would say something, but I was expecting him not to, just because I felt like that's what I'm used to. Like, people just like, oh, I don't know. But the fact that he did it and Ken instantly came back, like, confronted her, it was so like, yes,
Yes.
I get to see this conversation
Yeah.
right
Like you don't have to
now.
wait. Right.
Yeah, yeah.
And I also love how they shot it because like they could have shot it where you hear Kendall realizing everything and you see Kendall or you hear what Kendall asks Greg and you hear what Greg tells her. But you don't need to see any of that or you don't need to hear any of that because you already know the answers. And the way they shot it through the glass and him just like looking at her and she's like, fuck.
Yeah.
So good.
Stupid Shiv. Poor woman, but
Uh,
she played her own.
I remembered how to hate Rome again.
Oh yeah.
Because him just like going for Trump clone was just, I'm like, you suck, man. And him just taking power over Kendall and Kendall really being so indecisive. Like, I thought Kendall would be a little stronger than this, but he too is.
He almost didn't do it. It was just Shiv that pushed him over.
Yeah.
But I think Kendall was just like, it's because his kid
Yes.
is just, he didn't expect to factor that in
Right.
with all like his killer instinct
Yes.
things. So that's why it's just crazy to see that, like, oh, you see some reality now, eh? Like your actions have consequences, eh? And it's good.
And then even that wasn't enough though. Because it's like, even though my actions have consequences and the ones I love are getting directly affected by it, I need to win.
I need to win.
And I can't be fucked over by my sister. So just to get her back, I'm going to do this.
Yep. Wow. Crazy.
What do you feel about like them basically doing like a very close on the nose thing of Trump?
It depends how they play Mencken.
Uh-huh.
Because he's a lot different from Trump. It's just, the only similarity is that he's right wing.
And like how he pushes people.
Yeah, but he doesn't seem stupid.
Right.
Well, with Trump, you're like, this guy, he's kind of an idiot, isn't he? But Mencken, like, you could see he's intelligent. So maybe he's a little more
nuanced.
Yeah, just like I'd imagine if Trump was actually like very smart, he would have been president and then actually done something insane with the power he was given. But really, like, obviously things happen, but nothing to the degree where everyone thought they were gonna die once he was elected. But they didn't realize he was kind of stupid. So like he couldn't really do anything. But this guy, he seems like that, but he's also smart. So maybe they'll go like, look, if we actually get someone like Trump who knows what they're doing, this is what's going to happen. And he's just going to absolutely destroy America. So maybe like initially it's like on the nose, but maybe as it goes on, we'll be like, oh,
well,
there's only
2 episodes left. So.
Well, yeah, I think, next one's funeral.
Yep.
One after is the end, which will probably be like 5 hours. Better be. But I don't know.
What's after the funeral? What's like the
Aftermath.
The premise? Like, what's the setting, I should say? Like, what are they doing? What's the main action? Is it like the actual sale?
I think it's whenever the deal is completely finalized.
Whether it's good or bad?
Yeah, when it's like
negated.
When it's said and done, that's what the last one's going to be about. I don't know what this one's going to be about.
Well, it's funeral.
But it can't be an hour funeral, will it?
I think so.
That'd be crazy. Even the trailer for it was like watching everyone in the suit and Mattson in the suit. He looks so scary, like I'm going to kill you sort of vibe. It was good. I can't wait.
Man. Goodbye, Succession. It'll be close.
Greatest show of all time?
No, Mad Men.
Well, we'll see.
Is it getting close to Mad Men for you?
I think if it nails the ending, it'll beat it.
The only reason, like, I just think Mad Men has. I think it's preference then, cause like the writing on Mad Men just like tickles me,
Yeah,
and
just
the
'cause it's.
storylines are a lot more. Has like, there's more variance. Whether it's Peggy or Don or anyone,
I think it's.
and the setting. I love the freaking setting.
Yeah, it's tough. Just because Mad Men's more like they wrote the dialogue to not have people stutter and be like, unless
Yeah.
that was like Freddie Rumsen doing something weirder,
Right.
something like that.
This
It
one is
just
meant to be like, just like from the gut.
yeah, but still,
It's
like I
it's
just think this is like, because I just think it keeps getting better. So Mad Men's obviously like the best at the time, but things are gonna just get better and better, and Succession's just better to me. I think so.
okay.
And it's not because Mad Men couldn't do it. It's because they're limited at the time by like technology.
No.
Like no.
Like okay, the scene, the time when Don hooks up with the other guy to make not hooks up. I shouldn't say it like that. When Don joins forces with the
Yeah. Teddy.
to
Chow.
get Corvette, right?
Yeah. Not Corvette.
Was it Chevy?
Chevy.
That was like peak. Also, like when just like there's even like little stuff that would just peak.
But that was like
For this show, it
Yeah.
feels more like there's peaks, but there's not like little stuff that feel. Oh, I guess there's little stuff that feels.
but even
great.
with that was a peak, and then you're like, oh, finally we're gonna get that ultimate agency that just gets Coke, gets this, and then it ends up just they all hate each other and
Because Don's a shithead.
yeah. So I think we're gonna get something like that for Succession. Like, oh, Roman, Kendall, Shiv all together, we're gonna get the good team. Like, no, they're gonna just destroy everything.
So similar in that sense.
And Kendall in season 2, when he did that, like, today is the day my dad's reign ends. That's when I was like, we're in it, we're in it. And next season, drowning, pretty much. Like he had nothing.
Would you like a version of Succession? Maybe it's not even Succession; it's a different show where, like, Kendall goes from being bad to like a great leader, and like defeats his father. Are you interested in that?
No. I think
Like he becomes a super businessman.
I think if they did that right when season 2 happened and he actually like delivered on taking down his dad, I would have liked it there. But after that, like I don't think he's redeemable in any way.
What about like a Logan character versus like a underdog that like he has like all the great ideas, but Logan just keeps like one-upping him in business, and then eventually the underdog character becomes like he finally beats Logan.
It's like that was a plot line in Breaking Bad with Walter White and the guy from Do the Right Thing, Giancarlo Esposito, the black guy in Breaking Bad, like the only black guy in Breaking Bad.
Do the right thing?
Yes.
Oh.
His glasses.
Jesus Christ. What a fool. Yeah.
Yeah. Like they had that where like he was
But I'm talking about a good underdog.
Walter White is a good underdog.
Like he's like, I see Logan doing his business stuff the
Yes.
bad way. I'm gonna come from the bottom and I'm gonna go all the way to top, but Logan keeps fucking him
I
over
think
until he finally reaches top.
it would be entertaining, but it would go against like the thing of the show, which is like having any amount of money like this is horrible. So even if you're the good guy trying to take Logan down, the fact that you're a billionaire, you're already evil.
You're corrupt.
Yeah. So
You're inherently corrupt.
yeah, so having like that underdog come in and do that, it's like it would be insincere to reality.
I can see that. And I agree. Next week marks the 9th episode of Succession. One more week after that, it's the end. We're so close, people.
Those 2 episodes. I'm gonna like laser my eyes to the screen and like analyze every pixel. See like
I know
I'm
what
just
you
so
mean.
excited for it, you know.
I love that. That's why I love Succession. Like I love shows like that where you just like you want to just like be in
Jump
a
in.
black room with
Yes.
a huge TV and a cup of coffee
Yeah.
and maybe like what's the snack of choice?
Heroin.
Yeah, I agree. Anything else you watched?
Nah.
I watched a movie called The Mother starring J Lo.
Oh, I heard it was good, but people hated it because it's anxiety inducing or something.
It was bad.
It has to be good.
It was bad.
Really?
Yeah, I mean like they hit all the plot. It's like a mom, like how do you hit woman defends her child.
Uh huh.
Wait, let me describe that again. A hit. I'm just gonna say hitman because that sounds better than a hit woman. A hitman who loses everything must give up her child, but still defend her when the time comes.
This is Mother?
The mother. Oh, you're thinking about
Darren?
yeah. You're thinking about.
Oh.
I said J Lo.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Well, guys,
J Law.
this is the end of Películas with the Bros, guys.
Okay. Now everything makes sense.
J Lo starring Jennifer Lopez,
Why'd you watch a J Lo movie?
the Missus.
Understood.
You-
Understood.
yeah, it wasn't good.
Yeah.
It made me think like it's just like a cash grab.
A hit woman protects like no way this is the plot of the same movie I'm thinking about.
Oh man,
How old is that movie? Jennifer Lo. No,
Uh,
J Lo.
I think it's 8 years old.
Netflix or what?
Oh, which one? Wait, sorry, I was thinking about
J Lo.
it's 2 weeks old. Damn. Netflix sucks. Lastly, I watched the Lakers beat the Golden State Warriors and move into the Western Conference Finals. LA, LA, LA. What I learned, I'm glad you asked, Gavin. Great question.
Go.
That oh man, there's so much digging here. The rebounding, the steal.
But you learned from this?
What I learned is it's just like interesting. This season's so interesting to me because we suck so bad in the beginning, and now we're like in the Western Conference Finals. That's saying a lot. And our players, like we have old ass LeBron who's still like able to dominate a game, and then we have rickety ass Anthony Davis who's still, even though he's rickety, is amazing. But our like all the other players are
Good.
they're almost like castaways who are playing unbelievable right now. Like we have a white guy called Austin Reeves.
Uh-huh.
They call him Hillbilly Kobe.
Okay, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah, it's incredibly offensive, but he's just good,
Uh-huh.
and like he was undrafted,
Yes.
and we just signed him undrafted, and he became like our third most important player.
Okay.
So that's incredible. We have this guy named D'Lo.
D-Lo.
D'Lo, D'Angelo Russell.
Oh.
Who we drafted him. The
Mhm.
Lakers drafted him like 8 years ago, but we traded him because this is where it gets a little messy. I think you'll like this one. Remember, there's a basketball player. His name was, or it is, Nick Young, but he doesn't play basketball anymore. Anyways, when he played with the Lakers, he was dating a girl you might know. Is Iggy what?
Azalea?
Is that what Iggy
Iggy.
Azalea?
Is it is she white?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was dating her, and Nick Young cheated on her, and D'Lo told Instagram that his teammate was cheating on.
Yes. Iggy.
So that caused a rift in the Lakers. The Lakers traded him. And now he's back on the Lakers after 5-6 years, right? And now he's playing great. So it's like another storyline, right?
Yes.
Then we have another player called Rui Hachimura, who's a half black, half Japanese player.
Okay.
We traded for him in the middle of the season.
Mm-hmm.
And he was kind of like forgotten by his team that he was on, and we just traded for him. And now he's just like amazing.
What's going on?
LeBron James is a drug.
Really? Is that it?
I think it's like a confluence of things. Like a lot of these players are on their contract year, so if they play really good right now, they're gonna make a shitload of money next year or for the coming years. And also, I don't know, there's something to this team that like I've never seen a Laker team like this where we have like a lot of good players and two players who are our superstars, but they're
all nailing it.
They're just like not the most reliable because they're either old or injury prone. It's just so weird, but I'm here for it.
Will they win the whole thing?
Well, we're in the Western Conference Finals against the Denver Nuggets, and they have the best player in the league, Nikola Jokic, who is a...
Oh, heard of him. If I've heard of him, he's good. Adrian, he's good.
Okay, let me just describe this player to you.
White.
I think he's Serbian.
Yeah.
He's like 7 feet. He's like 300 pounds. And he just like... He plays like he's a 6 foot tall player, but he's 7 feet and fat, essentially. Shaq size-ish, yeah.
Okay.
But he knows like how to pass the ball. He knows where all his players are. He's just so nimble. He got drafted like in the second round, like in the middle of the second round. And for him to be now the best player in the league is just like unheard of. And it's just beautiful to watch. Like, he's my favorite player to watch, and he's not even on the Lakers. And now the Lakers are playing his team, and they're
gonna lose.
They're like the best team in the league. So if we beat them,
yeah, that's it.
This is crazy. Like, we're gonna win the championship, but I don't know if we can beat them. Like, I have doubts. I don't think we can beat them.
I hope, with respect.
Okay.
This is no ill will towards you.
Yes.
I hope the Lakers lose as long as LeBron's on that team. With respect.
Is it like a Logan type thing? Like he needs to die?
It's like, who would he be in Succession or?
Yeah. He's Madsen.
No.
Oh.
He is. That's tough. Well, let me describe why, and then maybe you can.
Okay.
I just don't like the guy.
Why?
First off, my biggest thing with why, I have two reasons why.
Hit me.
The whole China thing he went through.
Okay,
which
fair.
is super weird and like super hypocritical.
What you're describing is LeBron has been vocal about racism against black people, and
China.
He came out with a thing where there was things happening in China, and he said, "Shut up, China! I want to play basketball." And they're like, "Well, same kind of racism, just not black people." And it's like, "Oh,
it's
oops."
different."
Yeah.
That, and then how much he's like commercialized himself.
Okay, fair.
Those are the two things.
What if Space Jam
2 was good?
Was never made? Will you be happy? Will you be like
the whole thing or the?
Yeah, like let's just say that never happened.
Space Jam 2.
Yeah.
No, this was before.
Okay.
Like he had this. 2 was just like, all right, I see you.
What if you're so commercialized? What if you're that commercialized, but you're still squeaky clean?
I don't think you can be without. Well, it's tough because I was gonna say I don't think you can be without it ruining your art, whatever your craft or whatever. And LeBron's still at the top. but I think it is ruining like the art of basketball itself.
Mm.
Not that I'm like
Keep the art, baby. I'm a basketball nut.
right, but I think like I see like the beauty of basketball. Like I get that part, but I think LeBron kind of treats it like a math problem more than like instead of like, oh, let me just flow with the thing. He's like, I know exactly how to get past you because I calculated your every weakness.
That is kind of his thing. Well, it's funny because like when he came into the league, the thing about him was like we've never seen someone so athletic, but also can like he knows how to make everyone better
Mm-hmm.
by like passing, by setting them up, you know. But he turned into more of like just like a humongous dominant force that can also make people better. Like that stuff became secondary.
Mm-hmm.
And now I think as he gets older, he's reverting back to like, I need to make people better.
Yeah.
But you're right. He's not like, if you're trying to watch like a beautiful game, yeah, sure. There's times when he does do that, but Jokic is like
He's the
your
one.
guy. Him or Steph Curry, like watching them play is just like watching the water move. It's amazing.
Right. And that's what I think like it's unoptimal to play that way, like technically.
Yeah,
Because you won't win
all the time.
for the art.
Yeah.
You'll win because you calculated that guy's weakness and you're just more intelligent, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So it's tough because it works, you know? There was this is related, but I think I saw a TikTok, but it was about Jeremy Strong, about his process. It was
Yes.
Brian Cox, I think, talking about it or
Uh-huh.
someone like that. But he said like, yeah, it was him. He's saying like the ways he gets to the scene, like the output of his acting is like supremely like perfect. Like this is Brian Cox saying this,
Yes.
but the methods he uses to get there, that's what's killing him. Which
Yes.
seems like it's not good for him. What was I? LeBron, why was I?
Because use optimal
Oh.
water playing beautifully.
I think because Brian Cox said like he found his way to get that perfect performance, but he thinks the path to get there isn't good. And I think same thing with LeBron. Like he found the way to get the perfect performance, but the path to get there, like it hurts the soul, sort of thing.
Mm.
Like the same vibe.
Well, I don't know. I think that's more like if you're looking at it from outsider looking in. Like there's many people that love watching LeBron play.
Right. But they're stupid.
I mean, that's fair.
I mean, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it could be better if it was treated more like a game / art versus a business, period, or like a business / math problem.
Mm.
Like the output's technically the same, and you're like, oh, he perfectly calculated that guy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to transfer this like. I'm trying to think of like a different example where it's not basketball, where it's something I know.
Yes.
Well, no, maybe next week.
That's fair.
Because I feel like that frame kind of goes with everything. But if he's doing it right and people like it, like also who am I to say not to do that?
Right.
I think I'm more thinking like long term. How is basketball going to get ruined because how commercialized and how steroid people are and how much they calculate the math for everything, you know?
Yeah.
Like, is it going to get sterile because of nobody loving it anymore? Just long term.
But it doesn't. I know what you mean, but it doesn't feel like a good thing to put on LeBron. Like he's
the face.
What?
He's the face.
He's the face of the league, but he's not the reason why things would get too mathematical or
But he could do whatever. He could influence as much as he wanted to
uh-huh.
because he's LeBron. If you're at the top, you have all the power. Like he might not technically have it because there's obviously his bosses.
So wait, what would you want him to do? To be like to play in a more fluid way?
It's tough. Like I'm looking at the problem, but I don't know the solution.
It makes me think of like there's been talks about like who's gonna impact the basketball game more, LeBron James or Steph Curry? Like whose legacy is gonna impact more? And people say it's Steph Curry because what he opened up was like the ability to shoot from any distance.
Okay.
And that just changed the game because now people are shooting threes all the time.
Did they not before? Or
No.
what was the...
People didn't shoot threes as often. Now they're jacking up threes like crazy.
Why?
Because...
Why?
Well, this is actually goes against your theory, too. It's like they realized the more you shoot threes, the more points you're more likely to score. Which seems obvious.
Okay.
But it's like people were like, threes are harder to make than twos.
Mm-hmm.
But they're like, well, if you shoot enough threes...
You'll learn how to make them better than twos.
That and like the statistical probability is that we're going to... It basically became Moneyball.
But even that, isn't that... I think that goes against what I want.
Right.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and that's what Steph Curry kind of did. But he did it more because like that's what he liked. He liked shooting from long, like any kind of way.
That's like another like nuance. Like if you do it because you like it, I'm not going to stop that.
But what that opened up was like people realized like, oh, they're winning because of him. Like, oh, we need a 3-point shooter because we need everyone to shoot threes now.
Right.
So now even like it's weird when someone can't shoot a three. Like even if you're a tall guy, a center, because before centers were always on the post, but now centers are supposed to know how to shoot, and they want that because of the statistics.
I think the problem's even bigger than I
I gotta get to work. You're like, there's a lot of things I gotta do in this industry.
Because I'm just thinking about like the optimization of everything, which is what this is, right? Like people discovering like this new thing, like, oh, we could just optimize it more,
which you don't want. You want a more naturalistic approach.
Yes. But also like a natural approach sometimes just naturally has like
optimal changes.
Yeah. I think it's like the death of basketball then, in a way. Just like everything naturally eventually optimizes, like just how it goes by people like iterating and iterating. Eventually we get the perfect game. But now it's like, why do I watch if
it all's
like
the same?
100 on 100, 200, 200, like the points, like even.
Yeah, that's another thing that people have talked about and criticized. Like, there's no more like styles. Like everyone has the same style, but
yeah,
I think like even the Lakers are kind of proving that wrong. Like this Lakers, like back to like maybe LeBron is the not the antagonist but the protagonist in your story. He's bringing back like, hey, let's just drive the ball in the middle. Let's make our layups.
Right. So he's a good guy.
Everything, everywhere, all at once, baby.
It's tough. It's tough.
I mean, you have some work to do.
A little bit.
You need to work a mathematical equation to make things more natural.
Yes.
Anything before we head out? Music? TV, movies.
There was a trailer with Martin Scorsese.
Ah, yes, I was gonna mention that.
Looks like poop. Not really.
It looks like I'm gonna cry a lot in that film.
I don't know. I didn't. His accent was a little funny. Like it just felt a little parody. Maybe it's just because I know it's Leo. I mean, it's probably good, but I don't know. Seems like a topic I'm not interested in.
I heard the runtime was like 5 hours long, and then he's like, "Fine, I'll cut it 3 hours and a half."
He should have just left it at 5 hours. Like, he can do that, can he?
Not if he wants. Not if the studio's involved, because then it's not gonna make money. They're gonna release it in theaters. Maybe if it was an Apple film, but
I think 5 hours would have been a good selling point. Like,
it's like, oh, you like 3 hour movies? 5 hours.
well, like I think the studios are always like shorter, shorter. Nobody watches long movies,
Yeah.
but if no long movies have ever been made for a long time, why don't you just do it?
That sounds like I could just imagine, like, hear me out. I know the data is saying people are going shorter, but what if we go longer?
But if it's Scorsese, like I'm good with him doing it, not like
right. No, I know what you mean.
some
I just
bum
thought
boy.
of that idea, like that one guy's like,
Yeah,
I hear all the data, but have we ever thought about this?
like no, idiot.
It's good stuff.
It's crazy to cut out like almost 2 hours, like
What are those 2 hours?
a third of a movie you cut out, like, and you were happy with 5 hours. What was in there that you cut out, you know?
Maybe I'm exaggerating the runtime, but it's something like that.
Right.
I heard something like that.
Even that, especially at his age with his talent, making a 5 hour movie, maybe making a 10-hour movie at his age and then cutting it to 3 hours. I don't know.
I read something where he said, like, he's kind of depressed because he's getting old,
Mm-hmm.
because he feels like there's so much, like he's just realizing the potential of cinema, and he's like,
That's what you get for making 20 mob movies.
oh, hear that, Scorsese? Ivan's coming for you.
Didn't have to make The Irishman, did he?
Got him.